The third iteration of Primetime is out in the Outlast Trials, bringing new dangers to the front lines with new challenges and cosmetics. It's what I would say if the game didn't give me almost 1,000 tokens out of nowhere, maybe from the previous Primetime. That meant that I basically had nothing to play for. I already had the funds to buy out the entire catalog. The tasks are literally useless for me. But this one in particular made me wish we could actually use emotes during trials instead of keeping it for certain screens, because the put prime assets over our own character mods people would eat it up for breakfast, lunch and dinner. Maybe in a future update. I do gotta say, this room bundle looks kinda neat, not gonna lie. But the new 2 MKs are worth talking about for several reasons, because MK challenges are a little coin toss when it comes to quality. Either you get slop served to you by the copy paste key, or it's the most delicate crafted dish on the menu. Just look at the suburbs. It's certainly the same street and school layout copy pasted 3 times. And who else would get the deluxe treatment than Gooseberry? Win the Truth is another square of my prime asset favoritism bingo card. Not only does it take place in the same map where Beguile the Children takes place, a part of the fun park map that got scrapped and then reanimated and put back into the game, but they actually put in some effort for it.
Le plus fier, je pense, c'est avoir fait revenir Illusion dans le jeu, qui était une ancienne zone de fun park qui avait été cut. Du coup, j'ai eu beaucoup de retravail de refaire tout le layout, nous créer un nouveau gameplay autour, faire une mission, tout ça. Et avoir un espèce de nouveau environnement que les joueurs n'avaient pas vu encore, avec beaucoup d'illusions, de sortes de casse-tête visuels là. Donc assez fier d'avoir remis cette map dans le jeu.
Is it possible to learn this power?
Not from the other primes. Bring a shelved prime asset back into the game? Nah. Re-implement a whole scrapped area for Gooseberry so that you can get more content? Hell yeah. And from the start you can see where they put all the extra effort.
Welcome to another episode of Win the Truth.
Gotta admit, it looks pretty dope. But I'm watching you, Red Barrels. I know what kind of people you are. These MKs also bring back the secret room. The kicker with this one is that you have to find 3 photoman targets that are randomly spawned across the map. Something that was my first theory on it, so I searched and searched and searched and searched and searched some more, and just when I was about to move on for the day, I found the first target, confirming my suspicions. And then I searched for the others for another hour, got frustrated and gave up, so I came up with my own strategy. I may not have found all 3 targets now, but I know where one could spawn. So now I just have to reload the map and find a new target and memorize the spawn location. I may not get all 3 of them at the start, but I can retry again and again, and it makes this level my prisoner.
60% of the time, it works every time.
And eventually, after a much shorter time than I thought, I found the last target. On my way back, I started thinking of what could be inside the room. A clip from the Outlast movie, the missing official soundtracks of the new prime assets, a statue dedicated to Whitehorn teasing his glorious return. Toaster Aesops. A room of someone who tried to turn the Aesop units that are nicknamed toasters into toasters who toast. Because remember, all toasters toast. And it even has a unique sound effect when using batteries and Rick rechargers.
It also checks your saliva for signs of diabetes.
You have diabetes.
Cool.
How neat! Well, now I can wear the toaster on my chest with pride to prevent myself from grabbing my own toaster and dumping it in the bathtub I'm standing in it! The new Baba Yaga trial was something I saw coming from a mile away. Rehashing the main mechanic from this worldly auction, all to burn the disgusting penis of a Nazi. Classic Baba Yaga, never change. And at the end of this level, there's a secret box with what looks to be a notebook or ledger of some kind. And my brain immediately went to Death Note, because you know, they sold it via auction to Trump back in the day, and he seems very trustworthy. He would never lie about the Death Note. That would be crazy. But anyway, My first theory was that because the box was similar to the previous ones, that it would open if a certain amount of money was donated. So I looked for over an hour and the highest I got was 510 bucks and it still wouldn't open. So I incinerated the relic and still nothing happened. Called a shuttle and waited until death, still no success. I played it again with one of the boys, he wanted to know what was in the box as well and all of the help was appreciated. And it was thanks to him I figured out what the catch was, because at this point I dropped my money theory, so I tried other things. I wore the Baba Yaga skin, I stunned her in front of the box, I let her kill me in front of the box, hell, I even blew myself up in front of the box. I got all the different gems in my inventory, but nothing worked. And then my friend spotted something. Apparently there was a money sign tucked away in the corner the entire time.
I was right? I can't believe I was right!
So we reloaded the map and I came up with another genius strategy. To prevent us from wasting time looking around the entire map, I thought it would be wise to just eliminate the beginning portion of the map of jewels, which meant I grabbed every single booby-trapped piece of jewelry I could get my hands on. I blew myself up again and again, but it worked.
60% of the time, it works every time.
We blazed through the trial, and at the end we were missing one final emerald. But thanks to my flawless plan, we wouldn't have to look for long, right? It's not that we forget to check a specific room back at the start, right? So apparently we forgot to check a side room back at the start of the trial. No worries, that's just 45 minutes of my life that we'll never get back. On my way to the box, I was thinking of what could be inside. The Death Note, the Avolado's face reveal, a file dedicated to Whitehorn teasing his glorious return. It's supposed to be Baba Yaga Poetry Slam, I guess. And I hate poetry. The only thing that I hope will happen now is that we get more of these personal documents about the other primes, of things that they are thinking about. It would be interesting to see more personal sides of the prime assets. And finally, the new TV images. Thanks to the roadmap, we know that we're going to get a new specialist X-Pop. I saw a YouTube comment say that it's supposed to be the biter, like that one guy in the scene where Clive Perry politely asked Doris some questions in the comics, and that was confirmed. Not sure by who, but I'll believe it when I see it. Or if the source is legit, but who knows. But there's another image of Coil in a whole other getup. This hopefully means that Coil will finally get a third trial, and I'm happy for the Coil fans if that turns out to be true. And speaking of Coil, it seems that they gave him some more dialogue when it comes to Baba Yaga. And as far as I know, he's the only one who got new dialogue.
Cunt struck and mounted by his own sister. Goddamn travesty. Incestuous, murdering billionaires. You could have just said billionaires, saved some breath. It's like a Greek tragedy. Man wishes he could walk around smelling trim all day. And the gods say, okay. An extra mouth to feed and a carcass to carry around and nothing back for it but hand jobs. That's just being married. The Buffalo Minotaur. A goddamn legend. I might have been low down, but I ain't never been so low as to be tempted by mannequin pussy. Get all that commie shit out my brain, you spooky bitch! Spooky bitch. Look like a goddamn bowling trophy. The word of God. I'd trust that about as far as the reach of a Baptist preacher's picker. Woman starts quoting the Bible at you. There's no cure for it shy of a 12 gauge. Who the fuck is Ed Gregor?
I mean, I'm not complaining. The more we get to hear from Julian Bailey, the better. And I know I really haven't covered the event itself because, well, we've already experienced it before. Twice. And at least there were new voice lines for the prime assets, but now it's really bare bones. Gooseberry and Franco don't have any voice lines for God and the Cresses. The Cresses do have stuff to say about the other three, but nothing about Baba Yaga. And Baba Yaga doesn't have anything to say at all because themes and such. Isn't that right, Mr. Petty? It's all a missed opportunity if you ask me. But I'll take some new voice lines over no new voice lines. Well, I guess that's all. No. They wouldn't dare. It's not even a major update. Surely they wouldn't.